Hi, everybody. Welcome to my show, Dare to Dream. I'm your host, Graham Williamson. I'm an international intuitive, evidential medium, and psychic, and you're on Going Solo Media. Thank you for joining us. Today's show is about reading energy fields. Sounds complicated, doesn't it? It's not. So many of us encounter different fields of energy 24/7. Even when you're laying in bed and your clock's ticking away and the light's moving around and your fan's moving around, if you live in Florida with AC and all the rest of it, you've got all these energies around you and you just take them for granted, as it should be. You see, energy can never be destroyed, so the scientists say, and I agree with them to a point. But you see, energy comes from so many different things, animate and inanimate objects, alive or dead. Everything's radiating energy. And when you come to the show, you either feel happy or sad, but you're not sure why. Expectancy is the best way to describe that. I'm full of expectancy of what Spirit's going to help me discuss about this topic, reading energy fields. You see, everybody has an emotional center. It's the gut center here, just below your sternum. And believe it or not, 95% of people use that, and most of them are not conscious of it. It just feels right or it doesn't feel right. We say it's a psychic ability for a lot of people. And you see, when you feel something and it doesn't feel comfortable, you either back off or change, or that object or person leaves your area. But my favorite one is when you buy a house or visit a house for the first time, even a hotel, motel, whatever, a car, you sit in it for the first time. You feel comfortable. Well, you don't. I remember one motel my wife and I visited up north, and we wanted to be close to Cherokee, up in the Blue Ridge, and we stopped at this motel. Well, to be honest, it looked really fantastic. Just a motel, everything, nice, quaint, out of the way. We stepped into the room. Well, we didn't sleep in the beds. We slept on the beds. But it was so late and traveling so long, we did not feel comfortable. But we were stuck there. And we got up in the morning and we left, vowed never to go back again. But it's our attitude about that experience. You see, you can go down and say, well, it was terrible, it was horrible, and you could complain and moan about it. But that is actually feeding the negative that you felt around you, touching your central field, your guts. And you become lower of your own energy. You see, we, all these years later, we remember that hotel and we roar with laughing. We said the carpet was tacky, and we couldn't get into the bed. We didn't even shower. We just washed as minimum as we could. Everything was, ugh. But we're laughing about it. We got away without any illnesses or anything. But what's that got to do with energy? You see, thought helps you decide whether you're going to raise your vibration or lower it. And that means with love and light in your heart, not just your head. Because when you have love and light in your heart, your energy level expands. Your energy field expands. It's out of your body. It's way out of your body. And the more energy you have, the wider the field. So when I'm walking around or sitting in I went to an event in Melbourne last weekend, and people said, your energy is so, I can feel it. When I'm with my wife, we went to another place, I think it was St. Augustine. People come up and say, I don't know what it is, but we can feel such a positive energy coming from this area. Because we were radiating positive. We were having a laugh, my wife and I. We enjoy each other's company, and we do look at people and we think, what can we do to help these people? You see, your attitude governs your energy. I know a lot of you have heard all this stuff, but you've come back in today to watch the show or listen to the show to find out something different. Well, the only thing I can say that could be different is the approach you have on what you feel and what you know. It's important. You have to know what it is you are feeling, positive or negative. If you trust your own instincts, your guts, your psychic ability, and practice with it, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be fine. But you see, even and I've been doing this for a very long time, most of my life, I'm wrong at times, but it's to learn a lesson that can uplift me and make my energy say, now you can expand a little bit more, Graham. Or hang on, you get a bit too big, think about it, listen to your heart, listen to your guts, and then do something different. There's only one guarantee in life, my friends. We're all going to die. Another one is everything changes. But it's how you approach living to the best of your ability. I know that you, as spirit in a human body, will never die. Your field of energy will always radiate. But as humans, we see another human being, we think, yeah, I love that energy, or you don't. You like or you don't. It's how you respond. That's just my little dog, Bo. He's a good guard dog, aren't you? And you see, he picks up sounds and smells, and he knows something's wrong. Our daughter's coming home. So you see, I'm not worried about his work. He's doing his job. He listens. I listen to him, and it doesn't bother me because I know what he's doing it for. Do you know what you're using your energies for? Do you know what you're using your ears for, your nose, your eyes, your mouth, your heart, your body? Are you doing your best to listen to your guts, your instinct? Because that governs who you are, how you respond. Do you like or not like? Energy fields fluctuate all the time. You know, it's like a fire. You've got to put logs onto a fire of coal, fuel, to keep it going. Same with your energy. You've got to keep putting something positive in to get something back. Because if you don't, your fields start going down because it's using up the energy that's stored in your physical body. Your spiritual energy can also go down in attitude. Because if you're sad, miserable, ill, or whatever, upset, it brings down your energy. Especially when we've had all this COVID experience. And my friend's had COVID recently, and she's just recovering, and she feels drained. My wife had an eye operation, cataract surgery, a lens replacement. She's recovering, but she's tired. But her attitude's positive. So is my friend with the COVID. She's got through it. But her body has said, now we've got to replenish this energy. I just want to sleep. But you see, sleeping of the mind as well as the body that helps restore that energy field. Eating healthy, drinking plenty of the right liquids, looking after yourself, having a positive attitude will help heal your body and your spirit. Let's say, my wife jokes around, I've mentioned this a few times, my wife jokes around and calls me the comedic medium because I'm always laughing around. But my intention to laugh and joke around is to uplift your energy. If you can have a laugh, what's the problem? I used to work, mentioned at the time as well, is I was always in trouble with the bosses because I didn't conform strictly to the rules. I never broke them, but I didn't conform. I was always joking around customers in the store I worked. But nobody complained. Not seriously. I've had a couple of people who say, moan, 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 moan. But then they come back and say, sorry about that. I wasn't feeling too happy. But you just reminded me. I love meeting people that are negative and telling me, oh, you know, arguing with me and just being belligerent or just being a pain in the proverbial. I love them because I turn around and say to them, thank you. And they go, what? I said, I thought I was in a bad mood until I met you. You make me feel fantastic. And it floors them because my attitude is positive. I'm beaming with a great smile because somebody is worse off than I am. Because somebody is always worse off than you are. Always. So that's a plus for you. When you recognize somebody is down, you don't stand on them. You try and make them laugh. You try and make them happy. Try and show them that they're not alone. I talk to all sorts of people. A homeless guy today was in a store I was at. I said, how you doing, Bob? I said, how you doing? You okay? And he just had this massive smile from being depressed. He says, thank you for asking. It lifted his spirit. His energy just lifted. I couldn't give him anything other than the comfort of my words. I know a lot of people, oh, you could have done, oh, you could have. I didn't. It wasn't needed at that time. Maybe another time. Because I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I don't know what next minute's going to bring. But my energy field is so fluctuating like everybody else's. I like to keep the fluctuations on the high side, not the low side. Because I get depressed, I get upset, I get angry, frustrated, everything. Same as anybody else. But I don't live in the negative. You see, the more miserable you are, the lower your energy is. That's true, Judy. Thank you for it. You see, I have been divorced a couple of times before. I've got a son, daughter in England. I've got grandkids in England. And I don't see them. I would love to see them, but I can't afford it. It's not a woe is me attitude. It's simplicity of life. I live in America. They live in England. But I always send something positive. I always ask how they are. And I video with one of them a little bit, which makes my day. And my grandson makes my day. The other one's harder to get hold of because the work schedules are different. Florida's different by 5 hours. So it doesn't cause problem in communication. But they know I'm here and I'm sending my thoughts and words to them. You see, you can only give from your heart. And that's all you can do is give. Don't expect a return. Because if you're expecting a return, you'll deplete your energy. You've waited. And you can't do anything else until that's been fulfilled. That want. I never want anything. I get what I need. And Spirit helped me. You know, countless times they've helped me get through stuff. How did I get through? I didn't. We did. I talked to my wife. My wife's my best friend. Our animals, they comfort us. They know when something's wrong and something's right, and they're happy or sad, and they come and give us comfort. You see, energy is always changing. The fields around us are expanding and contracting. It's like a heartbeat, but not regular. And you've got to listen and feel from your gut reaction, your solar plexus area, as I say, and allow it to be noticeable to your thoughts and feelings. When you shake somebody's hand for the first time, what was your instant feeling? Even before you shake that person, you can, oh, I don't want to shake that person. Oh, yeah. You see, you're picking up that energy from somebody, and you don't even touch them before you've even touched them. Or even somebody mentions the name of a long-distance friend or acquaintance or somebody that you didn't like, and you instantly feel something, positive or negative. That's your energy. You've got to learn to understand it, understand yourself, and be honest with yourself. And when something comes into that field of energy in thought or physical, from your heart, from your mind, then listen to it. Know what you are doing, and going to do. Life is full of changes, and you've got to live it the best you can. And that's why I do my show. It's called Dare to Dream for a reason. I dared to come to America to meet a lady I'd only known on the internet 6 months. I dared to say goodbye to everything else. And I've had the best life one could imagine. And it's a reality. I don't live in a dream world. My Dare to Dream has come a reality. And my energy is so much stronger than it was before, because I didn't realize I was being held back by the self-doubt and allowing other people to, in a way, subconsciously control me. You can love somebody, but you might not like the situation. And you've got to listen to your heart, not your head. Your head comes second, maybe third. Guts, heart, your head. Because your body, your energy field will tell you straight away if something's wrong or right or neutral. I do something like I can pick something up, for example, the top, hold it in my hands, close my eyes and say, is this good for me? And because it's plastic top, I'll tilt back up. How am I able to do that? It could be anything. Just ask it a simple question. Is this good for me or not? If you don't move at all, but you've got to close your eyes, remember, you have to close your eyes, because if you don't, nothing happens. If you say yes, you can go forward. If it says no, you go backward, just a little bit. You just feel you're going to do it. Sometimes it's even more pronounced. But again, that's the energy transmitted from whatever you're holding with your intention from your heart. Listening to that energy field. Because it does go through every part of who you are. You've probably heard about the chakra points, or those key elements: the crown, third eye, voice, throat, heart, all the way down, and the root. 7 to 9 chakra points. And I probably missed a few out, but that's just to give you an idea. And all those energy fields are passing through from the top all the way through to the floor. That's why when you walk into a place for the first time, you feel comfortable or you don't, because that energy is going through really nicely or not at all. You see, you've got to listen and feel. And when I say listen, I mean see, hear, smell, taste, and your heart. All those sensations, your 6 senses, tell you a story, because they are more in tune than your conscious self. Your subconscious or superconscious are already saying yes or no. Your solar plexus is definitely telling you yes or no. It's whether you listen to it. You have to feel comfortable or not. It's like a light switch. It's either on or it's off. It's not a maybe. You can dim it, but it's still on. But you can turn it up or turn it off. Your energy centers pick up that light or negative, positive or negative, and say good or bad. You decide. But your body's already told you whether it's good or bad. But do you trust yourself? That's the beauty of individual choice, because that is a very key part of it. And that's why, as I was going to come and reflect on how I got into going solo media, I got talking to somebody, a very close friend who had our own show on Going Solo Network, and said, hey, Graham, would you like to host your own show? And I went, hey, that feels good. Let's go for it. I think it's been over a year now. I'm having the time of my life every 2 weeks, health allowing, and technical issues allowing. I've been doing each show all about different topics, or similar ones, and just building them up to show you the variations of them. But because of the energy that's flowing through me, I never know what the heck I'm going to do next, consciously. Because I've been working with spirit so long, I trust my guts implicitly. I have no doubt whatsoever that whatever I talk about will be for the highest and best of the listener and viewer. But that's where Dare to Dream comes in. It was my mother's last sample that she stitched for me, and it's on that side. I'm doing it wrong again. Where is it? That's it. Up there. That's it. It's a dream catcher. Her energy has always been connected with mine and my family, my siblings, but especially me, because of what we both have done is work with spirit, work with energy. And she knew when she was going to have an operation, she wouldn't survive, because she said, Graham, I'm too weak. I'm not going to survive the operation. But if I don't have it, I'm going to be in pain for the rest of my life. So I'm going to go for it to try and get rid of the pain. But her body was tired, and she passed away. But within hours of her passing away, as I said, about 5 hours time difference, it was early in the morning England time, so I think it was about 8:30. So about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, my wife woke up to a smell, a scent, lilac. That was my mum's favourite tree, the scent. It was from my grandmother's tree outside the garden where we used to all live. So anything to do with the lilac reminds me of my mother and my grandmother. But within minutes of her passing, she came all the way over here. Her energy, her spirit, left England, came over here. I'm asleep. I'm dead to the world. Well, I'll tell you, unless it's a life or death situation, I don't move. But I know if something's wrong, I'll wake up instantly. Perks of being in the Navy. We had to respond instantly. We couldn't think about, oh, give me 5 minutes, I'll think about it. No, it's now or nothing. But you see, another thing about what I do on this show is celebrate the energy that each host and CC, who runs the shows, give and share. We all have one thing in common. That's the energy. We want to help other people. We want to uplift people in different ways, help people find that they're not alone. Going solo isn't about being individual and alone and isolated. It's about standing up and saying, I can help you. I'm here for you. What can I do to help emotionally? A lot of us have had experiences and we've survived a lot of trauma. But because we survived it, we know other people may think they're not going to survive it, and we want to help them. Say, we did it. We would like to help you. I used to go into a veteran-run establishment and help veterans with PTSD. Some people I couldn't even get near because their trauma was too much, and I'm not qualified in any shape or form, psychologist or psychiatrist at all. I just know what I feel from them, and I've experienced stuff, and I understand. It's not the same as them, but their energy is coming through to me and reminding me of what I've been through, in part or similar. I'm not a war veteran. I'm just a retired naval person after 14 and a half years. I missed combat because my best friend took my ship and never came back from the Falklands. So that's another thing. My best friend died in the Falklands. But because he was my best friend, I want to honor his sacrifice personally. So when I went down to the Falklands afterwards, I laid a wreath for him where he died on behalf of myself and his family. Because I could still feel him. He still helps me. Because he was my best friend. And I've had a lot of good friends, but he was one of my best friends. He was prepared to do the ultimate. His energy always made me feel comfortable. That's why we became friends. You see, we're always reading each other's energy fields without consciously knowing. And that's the beauty of it, because every single individual on this earth can affect you in a positive or negative. There's not many that can't do either and remain neutral. They're masters of their own energy. If they don't affect you either way, they leave you to have the choice. And I've only met a couple of those in my entire 68 years of being on this earth. They left me totally the choice of, you can like me or not, I don't care. And now I've been saying that for the last 6 or 7 years. I don't care what people think of me. I only care what I can give you. My best. My experiences are not the same as yours, nowhere near as severe as yours or as good as yours. But that doesn't matter. It's what I can give to help uplift your energy. Because I'm trying to show you, if you listen to your guts, that energy center is the main one. That's one that tells your heart whether it feels good or not. And then you can formulate the response. If you think about it, I've already made up my mind I'm going to do that and take it with what I feel. Then you're missing the point. Because that's ego taking control of your heart. I had a gentleman that came to see me, and he did not see anything wrong in his barbaric, male chauvinistic, egotistical behavior of knowing somebody for over 20 years and visit them in a different country and come back. And he said, now she wants financial support. But I just want to know the futures because I've got 3 or 4 other women lined up and I just want to say goodbye. He did not even see what he was saying was wrong, in my opinion. It didn't feel right. And I had to sit there and listen to this person, think it was perfectly right to say, I'm going to dump you a friend for 20 years because I want to go with 3 or 4 other people. But I don't want to give you any more money. No, I'm dumping you and I'm going to play on. He's older than I am. I thought he would know better. But he had no respect for other people's opinion. He wanted me to read his future, which I won't do very often at all because it's your choice. Nobody's future is set in stone. It can change in a heartbeat. And this gentleman sat opposite me and thought, no, I want to know my future. Well, in the end, he left. I thought, I'm glad he's out of my field of energy. So he went and told the organizer, that's a very good reading, which blew my mind. I don't know whether it was a setup or pretend, but I didn't give him a negative. I tried to show him, look, unless you resolve your past, you can't have a happy future because you can't. You have to resolve stuff. And that's where your energy is up or down. Think about it. Your energy tells you how you feel. And we're going to go for a break in a sec, but I hope you'll come back and listen to the rest of it. I hope you're enjoying it. If you've got any questions, let us know. Okay, Cece, I'm ready when you are for a break. I think we're back. Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host of Dare to Dream, Graham Williamson, International Intuitive Evidential Medium and Psychic. And thank you, Cece. The reason Going Solo does so well is the diversity of energies. Each host has their own field of energy, and we're all similar. We all have a passion to help other people and try and help them avoid negative outcomes in their life, or if they're in a negative outcome, to help bring them out of it. And being on the media, we can touch countless people. I think we're over 2 million, possibly 3 million people now, viewers of the Going Solo Media network. It's a wonderful network, but it's like energy. You need to keep on feeding it. Every day, each of us that come on at our own respective times to do the shows, we give it our best. And yeah, I know not a lot of people understand what being a medium is, or being a psychic is, clairvoyant, or whatever label you wish to have. But you'll know one thing, I don't give a negative. I love being positive, because having been in a negative energy, I don't like it. I avoid it at all costs. I don't say it doesn't exist. It has to exist. Because unless you know negative does exist, you can't enjoy the positive as much. And you can keep the negative at bay because your energy field of positivity pushes it away. But you see, thought is a hidden doorway. It can shut the positive and bring on the negative in a heartbeat. That's why I always listen to my guts and my heart before I respond verbally. Energy fields are always going to be around you and in you, through you, past, present, and future. They're all fields of energy. You can either go along with it the best you can, or go along with it the worst you can. You have a choice. And yeah, people say, oh, you don't understand my situation. You know, it's life or death. Well, yeah, every single person on this earth is going to die. Fact. But it's what you do from the birth to your death that matters to you. We're spirit having a human experience. It's our spirit that animates our physical bodies. It's that energy field that makes me, Graham, as you see on the screen, and you can hear my words, and you know it's coming from my heart. And I'm not a professional. I'm literally same as you. But I've done my pathway, you're doing yours. That's why you're here today, to learn about something different, your energy fields. Are you actually taking notice? And the fact that somebody made that post about, the energy, it's beautiful, because I don't often get people coming into the show. I get a lot of people watching the show afterwards, because evidently time is not conducive to them. I don't know. But that doesn't matter, because I know I'm reaching people. And each show I do is going to be different, because I don't want my energy to just go down one single pathway. It's boring. I love learning. I love sharing. I love giving. And that's why being on Going Solo, I just love it. I could sit here and talk all day, every day, because 68 years I've been on this planet. And the last 21, I can actually say have been worthwhile. Apart from a couple of little incidents in the past that were major changes to who I am. My son, my daughters, my wedding, my family, my friends, my experiences. But I found in the last 21 years since I've been in America, married to Sandy, I can choose my own happiness, because I'd listened to those fields that are always touching me, always affecting me. You know, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you want to do is have a drink or a bathroom or whatever you want to do in the first thing in the morning. But how do you feel when you think, I've got to get out of this bed? Are you exuberant, sorry? Or are you sad? Are you looking forward to the day, or are you reticent to the day? Oh, really? I don't want to experience this. Well, my one experience I don't like is waking up to the cold. Excuse me. I have lived in too many cold climates. I've been to the North Pole, South Pole, Iceland, Greenland, Norway, Canada, Maine, Massachusetts, Detroit, all this. In Scotland and the Pennine in England. I hate the cold. Norway was really particular, but it was all beautiful countries, all beautiful scenery. Been in South Georgia, Great Viken, and the Antarctica. Fantastic, but I hated the cold. It drains me. I just want to go to sleep. I want to be a hermit, covered under hundreds of duvets. If I'm warm, I'm active. If I'm cold, I want to hibernate. I must be part bear, I don't know. But I've learned to live a life positive. If I'm cold, I'll put, hello, Dolores, my cat. If I'm cold, I'll put a jacket on. If I feel sad, I'll do something about it and change it to something positive. I listen and feel those energy fields. I talk positive. I watch a good movie or a program, something to uplift me. If there's nothing on the telly, I go outside. And I'm sure as anything that flies or crawls or walks or moves, it can give you joy. You know, even when I take my little dog Bo outside the garden, his little tail's going, he wants to go running around. Just a simple thing, going potty in the garden. Watching him enjoying going outside is so much pleasure for me because his energy is of joy. When my energy is in joy, he can't do enough. He wants to play, run around and everything. But that's what people are about. If you're positive and you listen to your instincts, the gut reaction, and give a positive feedback to yourself and to others, your life will improve 1,000-fold. But you choose to be positive. It's difficult sometimes, I know. But if you want to get hold of me or the show, there's many ways you can do it. You can email me on a medium, or one word, 77 at gmail.com. Leave me a text. Or you can phone me. Now, I am in Florida, USA. And my telephone number is 352-409-1060. Please leave a voice message. If you don't, I just delete. More often, I tend to block people. But if you want to come to us on Going Solo Media, WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network and Radio, TV and Podcasts. Look it up. It's a big title at the top of your screen, goingsolomedia.com. There we go. We are the #1 internet talk show. As I say, we're 3 million, I believe, now. And my show is every bi-week. So this week we're on the 1st. My next show is the 15th. Oh, no, 21st. I'm wrong again. It's a Tuesday. Oh, you got that on. Hang on a minute. That date didn't look right for Tuesday. The 22nd is a Wednesday. But I'm not on a Wednesday. But we'll clarify that. There we go. Wednesday, February the 15th. That's it. At 6 p.m. EST. I'm your host, Graham Williamson. But I am from planet Earth, sharing energy to everybody and anybody who wants to feel it, know it, and learn from it for themselves to the best of their abilities. I can only guarantee one thing. I'm going to give you my best because I feel it for myself and I'm happy feeling it. Because I'm happy, my energy is further out. And you know that This is who I am. I've had a hard life, different to most people. Well, in fact, I should say different to all people, because everybody experiences life differently. Their energy levels are different. But you can work together. Like minds attract, opposites repel. I know that's not the same as magnets. When you like somebody, you're drawn to them. When you don't like them, you move away. So you choose what life you want to have. And the only way you can do that is listening to that central point of energy, your solar plexus. Feel it in your heart. And people say, oh, you can be a romantic, or you can be, egotistical. I'd rather be a romantic. I don't want to be egotistical, because I'm not better than anybody else. My ego's not big. But I'm sure of one thing. I love my wife and my family. I love being who I am without the ego, because I'm enjoying life. The energy that is around me is compatible for my happiness. You have to listen to yourself to find the same for you. And if you don't feel it, ask yourself this: can I change it, or do I need to leave? Yes, it hurts, but remember, folks, when you feel hurt in your heart, the pain of a separation or anything negative, your heart's trying to tell you, I don't like this. I want to heal. The pain is your body trying to heal your heart. Your energy is trying to heal your heart. That is true. Your energy is always trying to heal you, because it flows from the divine, passes all the way through you. That's why they say, ground yourself, get in touch with reality. But it's your reality, not theirs. Don't let them coerce you from their opinions of you when not asked. That's why I stopped worrying about what people think of me. Because if I listen to everybody as an opinion of me, I won't get anything done, because I'll be listening to them all day. And sorry, my life is limited, and I want to enjoy my life the best I can to help my wife and family. Because my energy will not be depleted by other people. They can try it, but I've just said, see ya. So please, I hope you come back on February the 15th, 6 p.m, because I will have another show. I haven't got a clue what it's going to be called yet, because Spirit only told me a couple of days before the show airs because of circumstances. But I want you to come back to Going Solo Media. It is a wonderful way of learning about life and how you can improve your own life. There's so many hosts that have got wonderful shows, and their lives can help yours. This is why I want to be a host of my own show, because I can help you find out about spirit and psychic abilities, mediumship. Because every single one of us is a medium. Sorry, every single one of us is a psychic, not every single one of us is a medium. That was a Freudian slip there. I wish everybody was a medium. Because to be a medium, you have to have a higher vibration and connection with the divine and spirit. So you've got to know yourself in order to respond to the spirit that's working through my energy fields. Because when they touch me, my field of energy, any part of my body, I automatically know it's somebody else's trying to, hang on, they've got a heart condition, or they've got pains and stress, headaches, or whatever it is. Their energy touches mine, and I respond. You see, I'm getting excited about another topic, because I haven't got false teeth yet. I'll probably wearing my teeth out talking so much. But I don't care. I'm going to keep on talking. So please come again to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network and radio, TV and podcasts. And if you want to contact me again, come on my show, talk to me or whatever, email amedium77 williamson@gmail.com. Give me a message. I do private readings and help people learn about mediumship and psychic work. Or telephone me on 352-409-1060, which is Florida, USA. Leave a voice message, otherwise I will not respond. And you can look me up on Facebook, Graham Williamson. And I do help people, I hope. Just give me a minute. Spirit want to say something. But I'm your host, Graham Williamson, on Dare to Dream. I'm an international intuitive, evidential medium and psychic. I think I'm going to be talking a little bit more about evidential mediumship, because that definitely has stuff to do with the energy fields and when your loved one passes. But we're about to close, and I'll talk about that on another show. Thank you for listening. Leave us a comment. Come in next time and say hi, because I love to see people. And thank you for joining us.